You know what I always say, right? Do you know what I always say? Hey guys, this is day 100, part 2. I got a little overwhelmed by that big old pile. The pictures didn't do it justice. It was very tall and lots of stuff, and a lot of it's finished. So it was like, what am I going to do? I went through and I separated everything into categories. I separated all the journal pages into sizes, and then I separated all the tags that were finished. I separated out the Rolodex cards and the ATCs and borders we made and washi tape that went into a pile, and all the little books went into a pile. So everything's kind of separated. I decided that I wanted to use some paper bags that I've had for a long time, and I'm going to use some journal pages. And some of the journal pages were perfectly sized for this, and some of them were too big and I have to cut them down. So for these I have to cut it down a little bit, and I'm going to show you the two I've already done. This first one I did, and this is the journal pages I used with the perforated edge here. Remember me tearing them out of the book and using them? And I used some tags, and I used some miscellaneous things that I had, like the little bunny here. So here's a tag I used and a bunny. I love this little bunny. He just looks so cute on the front. And then I just glued the page on the front. This journal has a pocket on the side if you want to use it. I doubt I ever will, but I went ahead and left that open just so that it could be used as a pocket if someone desired to do so. And I left the handles on both bags. So when you open the bag, there's a pocket here, and then here's another journal page. And then there's a slight pocket here. That's where the fold of the bag is here, this little flap. So I left that open, and I put 3 tags here with some ribbons just to have a little prettiness on the outside edge. And then you turn the page, and then here's another place for a spot that you can put something. And I used one of the index cards that we did, and this is some of the border. Here's another little pocket. It's very shallow though, it only goes to about right here, but you can fit something in there. And then another journal page, and then another pocket right here. And then when you turn it, another journal page. And this is one of the borders. No, it was a washi tape. And then this is one of the starter index cards that I said I'm not going to do anything more to, and this is one of the flowers we made. So very simple, very basic, and I think it's very cute. And this one, I used a bigger journal page, and I had to cut it down to the size I wanted. Then there's a pocket here, and then I put another journal page here, 3 more tags, and these were different ones we did for jelly printing, I think. And then another tag and a little band here. This is a piece of the paper that I cut off the edge. So I just went ahead and brought it back in and incorporated it instead of just not using it. And then our pocket, and then our back page, one of the borders, and one of the tags. So I'm going to make one of these with you today using these journal pages here. Okay. And 2 of these bags. And if you don't have bags like this, you can use any size bag. You just have to cut your page to fit. And I'll show you how I put mine together. You'll get the concept. And once you get the concept, you can finagle and fix your own bag the way you want to. This will be project number 1. I don't know how many I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a few until I'm tired of doing them, I guess. Okay, I've got some clips here, bull nose, and these little clamps for anything I want to clamp together. And I'm going to use my Aleene's tacky glue. First thing I want to do, let's just use one bag right now. I'm going to glue the long edge here, and I'm going to glue this little area in here together, and this area right here to this section here. Okay, and I'm going to do that on both sides, and that's what's going to create this little pocket here. But before we do that, let's go ahead and fold the bag and get our halfway mark. Okay, so let's take our glue, and I'm going to put some glue here. And I'm going to put some glue in here. And I put some glue in here. Then I'm just going to put it together. And if you want to clamp these, you can. I really don't feel a need to clamp them up in this area, but I do clamp this little area here where I want the pocket to be strong. I go ahead and clamp it just to let it be setting while I do the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, I've done my other side and I went ahead and clamped it too. And by now, the side that I did originally is ready to go, so I can take the clamps off. But what I want to do now is the second bag. So I just bring that bag in and I'm going to do the same thing, this side and then this side, and then I'll be back. Okay, both of my bags are glued on the sides, and I've already told you to fold them in half so that you have your center area. And you want to make sure that when you fold them in half that your pocket is on the inside. You could do it the other way if you want to. It's just easier this way, I think. Your little pocket's on the inside of the first one here, and then this one here, you fold it, and the pocket's on the inside. Okay, so now you have two pieces. So you have your handles here, and you want your handle on the outside of one bag and the outside of the other. So you don't want to glue your bags together this way because you'll have two handles right here. You want to flip this bag over and put these two together like this so that your handles, when you open them, are on each side. Line the bottoms up, and then I'm going to glue from here, from my fold line, from here to the bottom, all the way across, and then back up to the fold line again. And that way, these pages are glued together, but you still leave this open for a pocket right here. So don't glue this area right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me get it lined up real quick. And I'm going to glue this little side here and then the bottom, starting at the center fold where I made the fold. I'm doing it partially so that you can see it, and that way I can go ahead and clip it and it can start drying. Okay, I'm going to turn my bag around so I can work on this side. And I'm going to continue gluing from the center where I left off and up to the fold line. Then I'm going to clip that so that it can get a good strong hold, because we got a lot of thickness here because we didn't cut any of our bag away on this particular one. So while your bag's drying, this is what they're going to look like. The butt of the bag is on top on this side. You got a little pocket. The handles are on this side. On the other side looks the same exact way. Okay, my bag is dry enough, so now I can close my bag up into the shape of the journal that I'm going to be making. And we've got our little pocket over here, and our two pockets here, and our center fold here, and little pockets in here. Okay, so then whatever bag you're using, you need to measure what size. If you already have something that fits it, great. If you don't, you need to measure what size you want it. So I just measured about what I thought I wanted on this bag, and it turned out for my particular bag to be 6 by 9.5 inches. And I already went ahead and cut my pages. They're cut by 9.5 inches long by 6 inches wide. So after I've cut them, to adhere them to my pages in my journal, I'm going to use double-sided tape and I'm going to use wet glue. So the two tapes I'm using, and this is just to give it extra security to stay on a bag because the bag is thick and the pages, you know, some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner. You don't need as heavy a tape or as much adhesive if your page is real thin, but this one's real thick. So I'm just going to go ahead and I use this tape and this tape. And this one here is score tape, and it is 2.5 inches wide. You don't have to use this. Just this is what I'm using, so I'm just telling you. And then I'm using scrappy tape, which is 1/2 inch wide. And the reason I'm using this is just to save me some time from having to add a bunch of those little pieces. But if all you have is the little pieces, that's fine. It'll work just fine. And if all you have is wet glue, that's fine too. I'm just making it easier on myself. That's all. It's all about making it easy. And I just put down some tape in the middle, and then I'm going to put down tape on each side like this. Okay, and I'm going to do that to all my pages. So now I'm just going to keep my little scraps over here off in my little scrap pile, And that way they're there if I need them. And then I'm going to take my pages and I'm going to lay them out on my book and see what I want to be my front page. I really like this, so I may make that my front page. This is going to be definitely the back page, so maybe this could be the front page. I'm going to do the back page first, so make sure that you have your journal in the position that you need it to do your back page. Don't do this and then have to flip your journal this way, because I didn't like this direction, so I want it this way. So I'm going to flip it over so that I make sure I get the right page, and then I'm going to open it so that it's flat and easy to work with. So then I'll decide which of this page is going to be the top. I'm going to go this way. So then I'm going to take off my tape backing. Then I'm going to bring the wet glue back in again. And I'm going to put wet glue all in the areas where there's no tape, and maybe a little will get on the tape. That's fine too. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to line it up the best I can. It's not going to be perfect, but you know how that goes around here. You know what I always say, right? Do you know what I always say? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're new. I always say perfect doesn't live here, because it doesn't. Okay, so that's on. And then I'm going to put all the rest of my pages on the same way. I'm going to put the next page here. I'm not putting anything on here because I want to leave this pocket open. I don't want to cover this. So I'm going to put something smaller here, smaller here. I'm going to put a journal page here and a journal page here. Okay, when that's done, I'll be right back. So here's my journal. It's got all the pages on there now. You open it and you see all the pages here. So then what I do is all the things that I made throughout the project, I told you, separated, and they're behind me on another table. I went through the different piles I separated, and I decided what I wanted, if anything, on the front. And I don't want to put anything on the front. It's busy enough. It doesn't need anything. But I opened the page and I chose what I wanted to put here and what I wanted to put here, and if I wanted to put something on the back. So go through your stuff and pick what you want to use on your odd pages, and then we're going to start putting that down. So for my first page, I decided on this pocket that I made, and there's a video for this. I think it's called Pockets and Posies, and we did make this during the 100-day project as well. So there's a video in that playlist for how to make this. But I decided that it looked good with this page, so do I want it on the page? No, we'll put it over here. I'm going to turn my book sideways and put it on here. So I'm going to have a pocket here and a little pocket here. And I've already got the tape and the glue on the back and everything. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it down center-ish. I could go ahead if I wanted to and bring back in my little pieces that I cut off of my journal page and see if they look good. Like this piece got cut off the side and this piece got cut off the bottom. And I could see if I wanted to incorporate it and put it back here. Maybe not. I think we'll not do that today. So, and I also wanted to tell you, you don't have to leave your books plain like I'm leaving mine. I just wanted to leave them natural. Sometimes I will grunge them up. Sometimes I wrinkle them and then put StazOn over the wrinkles. Sometimes I will paint them or stamp them, but I decided to leave them natural on this one. Anyway, I'm going to leave this just like this is, and I might go through my borders after I'm done and see if there's something I want to put on here, but I don't want to use what we've already cut off of the paper. Okay, so I'm going to put on the next page, I'm going to put these 3 tags here, and I'm going to put them down like this so that the little pieces of ribbon stick out at the edge here. And I've got to find some ribbon for this one, and I'm just going to glue them down or tape them down to my journal just like that. Okay, my tags are on my journal now. And I'm going to do the back page, and I've decided on this. If you've watched the videos for this project, you'll remember when we did this. And I'm going to put that down here, and then I'm going to take this flower that we did, and I'm going to put that down here as if it's holding it on somehow. So I'm going to glue that down, and I'll be back. Okay, my back page is on. And I think I'm going to stop. There's nothing else I really want to do. You could add ribbons to the side if you wanted to. Tie some ribbons in here and tie them out here. Or add some ribbons here and tie them out here. But I didn't want to interfere with the pocket, so I left that plain. You could add some things onto your little handles here that hang, little dangles or something. You can add some borders. I've decided not to add any borders here right now. I may do it later. Okay, I did decide to add a bird. I've got a bird of some sort in the other two journals. I thought, well, we'll just keep with the theme of putting a little bird in there. All right, let's take a look at this journal. You can distress your edges, but I'm just not going to do any more today on mine. I'm just going to leave it like it is, and I think it's really cute. I love the way it turned out, so I'm really happy with it. Okay, so I hope you have fun making a journal. Use whatever size bag you can get a hold of, and just use the same concept that you saw here to put down journal pages or index cards or tags or whatever to make the journal the way you want to. Okay guys, this was part 2, so I will see you in part 3 for the next project, and I hope you have a great whatever it is. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.